So what exactly is a payment orchestrator? Before we get started, let's look at how a simple payment stack might be set up. So let's say this is your online business and you've done the hard work of getting your customers to the final page of your checkout, which is the payment page. And the only step remaining here is for your customer to hit pay now. So once that happens, you have a payment processor that's already configured that settles your transaction, right? So this is how a typical journey looks like. But let's say your business is expanding and let's say you want to move to newer geographies. Keeping in mind that the more payment methods that we present to your end customer, the better the chances of conversion are, right? So, but when you go to this new geography, your current payment processor might not exactly be able to fulfill all your payment method, local and alternate payment method requirements. So this is where you might find yourself in need of an additional payment processor, right? So, but here's the catch, right? In order for you to integrate with an additional payment processor, you'll have to put in tons of development bandwidth. You'll have to ensure that you have a seamless checkout experience and so on. So that's where a payment orchestrator comes in. So with the payment orchestrator, your flow would look like this. So this is your online business. You would have your checkout page. And you'll have your payment orchestrator here, which would be further connected to your multiple payment processors. Now let's just take a step back and look at what we have here. So you have your payment orchestrator, which is essentially your payment operating system that comes pre-integrated with all the multiple payment processors that you'll need to fulfill your local and alternate payment methods for that region. You also didn't have to go through the development effort of integrating all of these individual payment processors to your stack, especially at a time that your business is growing. So this is in a nutshell what a payment orchestrator does. So we saw that the first benefit that we have is development effort. So the next benefit that you have is conversion rates. So let's say you try and process a transaction through processor 1 and for whatever reason it does not go through. An orchestrator can smartly retry that transaction with processor 2 so that the transaction indeed does go through. So this in turn improves your conversion rates. The third benefit that you have is you can optimize your processing fees. So it's important to note that different payment processors, they charge differently for different payment methods across regions. So there is an opportunity to optimize for payment processing fees in each transaction. So if you wanted, so what you can do is you can configure the least expensive route for a particular payment method across different processors, and that could help you save a lot of cost while processing these transactions. So the next benefit that you have is an orchestrator reduces your dependency on a single processor. So what this means is that you're not really locked on to any one particular payment processor. You always have the option of experimenting between multiple options. The next one is you get to control and customize the checkout experience. An orchestrator's SDK can ensure that you have a customized and a consistent payment experience across multiple payment processors. You don't have to separately manage what the checkout experience looks like for individual payment processors. And finally, you have much more control of your payment stack. So what this means is that in order for you to monitor what is happening across your payment stack, you don't really have to access multiple payment processor dashboards. You get to look at all of the analytics, the success rates, the authorization rates, the payment processing fees, everything comes consolidated in a single dashboard. So that's what we mean by having more control over your payment stack. So this in a nutshell is what a payment orchestrator can do for you. It can help you navigate the enormous diversity in the payment ecosystem. It can help you manage fraud and balance the trade-off with friction in the checkout experience. It can also help you stay ahead of whatever regulatory requirements come up across the different geographies that your businesses operate in. So if you're looking to learn more about how hyper-growth companies scale their payment stack, do visit hyperswish.io. Thank you.